Awesome. Okay, so Brize Norton has KC2, KC3. What I want. Alright, so I want Voyagers. So it doesn't look like, oh, I'm sorry, I want KC.3. So it looks like only the KC2 is actually in service. It was actually in the DB at the moment. The KC3 is not. So there are 2 squadrons of KC of tankers here. So 10 squadron. And we'll say 8. And then 101 squadron with another 8. And then there is an A400. I wonder what the loadout the A400 has in the game, if it's worth adding that to this scenario. Database viewer. A400. So that's what the A400 looks like. And it looks like it is strictly a transport, so I don't need to add those. So Brize Norton will mainly just be the UK tankers. So Coningsby. There's Lossymouth. So Coningsby over here has a lot of is mainly tornadoes and typhoons. In fact, there's a lot of tornadoes and typhoons at this base. So edit aircraft. This will be the main UK fighter base in this scenario. So let's start with the tornadoes. United Kingdoms. So FGO4s. I'm not really sure what the FGO4 or FGR4A is. Sorry for the yawn there. Or what the alarm retired is. Not sure what that is either. So the GR4 will work. So we want 3F. So 3 squadron, say 12. We will have 11 squadron with another 12. And 29 squadron with another 12. So that's a lot of tornadoes. And so Lossymouth up here looks like it's the main base for the Typhoon. All right, so EF 2000. Get rid of the sort out. I just want the United Kingdom. Oh, they just called it the Typhoon. What's the difference between the Typhoon T3? Oh. So the Looks like it's a two-seater variant of the Typhoon. Okay. So up here, we'll have one squadron, and we'll give them 8 FGR4s, and then 4 of the twin-seaters. And then we have 3 squadron, which will be the same layout. Oh, oops. Screwed that up. Oh, 1 squadron, FGR4s, add that. 2 squadron, 8 more. 6 squadron. And then 15 squadron. Oh, I added 15 squadron twice. Three, two. All right, that reduces that down, and then we need the twin-seaters at this base. So Typhoon, United Kingdom. So 1 squadron, 4, 2 squadron, another 4, 6 squadron. And actually, I think, now that I look at this right, it looks like 15 squadron only has GR4s. So to get this right, all right, so FGR4s, 15 squadron, 12. There we go. So this will be an interesting mix of the fact that most of the UK fighters modern fighters are way up here in the North Sea. So it'll be interesting. Player will have to do some refueling maybe to extend their legs a little bit to cover the middle of the North Sea, but it should work out. Yeah. And actually, I got this wrong. 15 Squadron isn't Typhoons, they are Tornadoes. Oops. Alright, we'll fix that. So, Tornado, United Kingdom, 15. There we go. Alright. So that takes care of that. So then Marham has more tornadoes at it. So as you can see, the scenario is not going to have a whole lot of modern fighters, and what I may do is some of these tornado squadrons. I think I'm debating I may make them F30 UK F35 squadrons. In fact, that'll probably make some sense. Are you guys able to see the stream? It says I'm still streaming. You guys having issues? Let me know if I need to restart it or anything. Okay. So over here at Marham, I think so. Marham has some tornadoes. So I'm gonna make a couple of these squadrons, tornadoes, and then I'm going to make another one, some F-35 A squadrons. So, but I may take that back. I don't want too many modern fighters in this one. I don't want the F-35 to just, to just clean the slate. I mean, I've used F-35s and F-22s and have pretty much just cleaned the slate with Eurofighters before. Didn't mean to exit out of that menu. But it really just depends on detection ranges. I've run tests with both early warning and without early warning. So tornado. So United Kingdom. All right, so 9 Squadron does have GR4As, so we'll give them and then 4 A's. So then 12 Squadron is the same way. And then 31 Squadron, which is the last. All right, so F-35, which is the last squadron here, I'm going to give F-35Bs to. And I'll say 12. And I think that may do it. I think the rest are all training bases or helicopter bases. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. RAF Waddington. Waddington over here has sentinels, sentries, Reaper drones, and the British rivet joints. So this will be the primary UK support base in this scenario. So Sentinel. I'm curious, does this huh. So Sentinel R1 Global Express. Surface search radar. So this is the UK version of the rivet joint. Interesting. So this scenario, so the Sentinels probably aren't going to be that useful in this. Probably aren't going to be that useful. But you know what? I may add them just in case, because I may put some German naval units in this scenario. So we'll say 4. So 5 Squadron. And 54 Squadron, which is a reserve. All right. So the British Sentry Squadron, 8 Squadron, another 4. And actually, um, 54 Squadron looks like it's a reserve squadron, so I think that'll work. I'm going to redo this. Round 1. We'll say 8. And then, what's the Shadow R1? Shadow R1. It's a Beechcraft. Infrared tracking laser designator, so we aren't going to need that one. Intel surveillance and recon. Interesting. It's a Beechcraft B300 that's basically set up as a intelligence craft. That's interesting. RC-135W. United Kingdom. 51 Squadron. We'll say 8 rivet joints. And then I don't think the Reapers are actually going to be useful in this scenario. All right. Awesome. So that takes care of that. And save. And I'm going to grab a quick drink real quick, and then I will be right back. All right, I am back. Had to refill my drink real quick. So, first off, I think it's time to. Not sure where I want to go next. Probably switch back over to the EU side here. And they definitely are going to need more aircraft. Right now, I think the US side, we go to the browse scenario platforms. Oh, thought they gave a list. Order of battle. Yeah, I definitely think that. Yeah, it's by mission, by task. Yeah, I definitely kind of think that. I may need some more fighters, but we shall see. So, not actually sure what to do next. I guess first thing to do will be to set up the civilian side. Gdansk, Poland. Okay, so that is right over here. Search. Had that. So there's Gdansk. So the main objective here will be for the, or at least the start will be, I'm going to set up a spawn location that's going to spawn merchant ships either out here, kind of between the Faroes and Scotland, or over here, basically at the beginning of the channel. And those areas will spawn merchants, and the merchants will actually have to get to Gdansk, which will award points. So I've got that, and then I think I am going to include the Gdansk airport over here, because I may need, yeah, I am going to need this because I have some ideas for this. So I'm going to want this base, or this airport here. All right, so we have that. We'll have the city marker. So that'll work just fine for my purposes, I think. I don't think I need too much over here. I think I'm going to include too much of the Polish order of battle. My main thought here is that while the US and UK are fighting up in this area, Poland is actually off busy doing other things. So they don't actually have a whole lot to cover the Baltic. All right, so we'll take this, those, save places as. We're going to do another import. We can discard those. I'm not going to want. So one last import, I guess. See. All right. So set the DB to 1. There we go. That snapped right. So single unit. So what's the length of the Gdansk runway? Um, all right, so it has one runway that's 2,800 meters long. So single unit airfields. Oh, and I already have it open. 1877. And then I want the city marker. Land unit generic city marker, DP3000. And that should be 174. There we go. Copy. For some reason it didn't copy. There we go. All right, so editor. Oh, need to make sure I'm on the right side. So add side, Poland. All right, there we go. There's the airport. There's the city marker. So I'm going to define an area. So edit sides, postures, you are friendly with the US, unfriendly with the EU, postures, unfriendly, unfriendly. So that should mean that we now share information, but then I still want to flip back to the US side. So we want to define an area. Delete selected reference points. So basically anything, I need to make sure I don't catch any land here in this area I'm defining. All right, so basically when the player brings anything into this area, it'll trigger, actually no, I'm gonna need 2 areas here, I think. So add define area. That one. So what I'm doing is I actually want 2 areas. I want one area where units, when they enter, it'll spawn, and then another one where when the escorts move into the next area, it'll spawn the outgoing freighters. So we're going to call, it's twice now I've selected the wrong one. Define area. So we're going to call these ones oh, Control R. So we're going to call this Gdańsk in. All right, so that takes care of the Gdańsk endpoints. So the theory being that so the thought here is that I'll have these points here When the merchants enter this area, they'll despawn, and then when the escorts enter the next area, which will make, I want enough area that it's not going to get, there's some maneuver room. So then when the escorts actually enters this area, it'll spawn new merchants. Awesome. So that should take care of the Gdansk points. I know I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that. Alright, so that takes care of those. And then we'll have similar points over here. And actually, I should probably narrow these areas down quite a bit. I probably shouldn't have them that big of an area. Ah, crap. Exit command. Great. Out of memory. Seen the last time I saved was. Probably not soon enough. Yep,